8 Republicans voted to end McCarthy's speakership, including Nancy Mace, who says she did so not because of ideology, but because McCarthy didn't live up to his word on how the House would operate. And to be fair, she has some valid points. The Congresswoman from South Carolina is with us now. Nice to see you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Let's look forward.
Thank you.
What's the plan?
Well, the plan will be next week to hear from the candidates that are throwing their hat into the ring for Speaker and move forward with a vote for a new Speaker. I met with Jim Jordan yesterday. I will be meeting with Steve Scalise as well, and I'm looking at this as an opportunity to unify and get to work. We have bills that we need to get out of the appropriations process, about 8 more, and we'll have just under 40 days to do it when we get this over with. And we've got a lot of work to do. We need to roll up our sleeves over the next couple of weeks.
Have you talked to President Trump yet?
I have not talked to him, but I understand, Leland, that he will be on Capitol Hill next week as we are having discussions with the different speaker candidates.
All right. So evidently he's going to be there on Tuesday. There's some discussion of him being a possible candidate for Speaker, which would sort of be wild. You don't have to be a member of the House to be elected Speaker. I'm wondering, as you look at this now, did you realize sort of the unintended consequences of the coverage that was going to happen, how Republicans were going to be portrayed over this week after this vote?
Well, certainly mainstream media aren't usually with us anyway, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, the American people deserve a speaker and a leader who will tell the truth, who will keep their word. And we promised the American people at the beginning of the year we would follow the law. We have a Budget Act from 1974 that says Congress is supposed to have a budget and is supposed to have 12 different spending bills to fulfill that budget. That never happened. A lot of promises were made. You can't say one thing to conservatives, another thing to moderates, and then something else to Democrats. Consensus and bringing people together isn't giving everyone everything all the time, because that's just, you can't do that. That's a lie. And so we need someone who's going to be honest, even when we disagree, and that's okay.
No, I hear you, and there were some legitimate complaints about Kevin McCarthy. I understand that. I'm not going to question somebody who says they're standing on principle. I guess, though, and I'll take umbrage a little bit when you say the mainstream media is never going to be with Republicans. I'd say there's a lot of places that aren't mainstream media, including Fox News and others on the right, that are saying that Republicans have really messed this up badly. And this is what I want to find so curious. Pelosi majority versus McCarthy majority. Pelosi in the 117th Congress, last Congress, Democrats 222, Republicans 211. McCarthy 118th Congress, Democrats 212, Republicans 222. The exact same numbers. Yet Pelosi, the Inflation Reduction Act, Paycheck Protection Act extension, infrastructure, CHIPS Act, Trump's, all things that were highly unpopular. Trump's second impeachment. On and on and on, all highly unpopular with Republicans. She got all that stuff rammed through, and all it seems is Republicans have been able to do effectively is fight for each other and pass an omnibus bill that doesn't accomplish any of the things Republicans promised they were going to accomplish.
There are a lot of issues facing, whether it's spending and inflation, whether it's the immigration issue and crime. You know, Leland, we've talked about this, but women's issues are very important to about half the country today. There are so many things that we need to work on, and I'm very much looking forward to uniting the party next week, to electing a strong speaker, a strong leader who can get a lot of this work done, because I know that members of Congress, they want to do the work, and it's time to back up a leader who will be able to show us the way and help us get all those things done.
And you, forgive me, I've been in Washington for a while. I'm skeptical of all politicians. You really believe that the next speaker with the same slim majority is going to be all that much better than Kevin McCarthy?
We have to be. There's a lot at stake here, and we absolutely have to roll up our sleeves and not take any breaks and push our country forward.
The criticism that's been leveled at you, and I think you know this, is that this was sort of more about Nancy Mace and fundraising in your career. There's a possibility of running for Senate coming up. I go back to, was it worth all the chaos? Was it worth all of the momentum that was lost for Republicans in holding Joe Biden accountable on all the things that we talked about at the top of the show for what is about to come?
Well, chaos is what got us here. And just because we don't have a permanent speaker in the position today doesn't mean we have to hit pause.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.